Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights. When last we left off, we'd found out that there was a horrible reptilian creator race that wanted to enslave all the mammals on the surface, when it was time for them to rise again from their slumber at the order of their queen. And with this news, we handed it back to the archaeologist, and he paid us 750 gold and vanished into thin air as he went to Waterdeep. Never to be seen again. East is Neverwinter Wood. Let us go there, for apparently there are quests we must fulfill. There are things going on in Neverwinter Wood, things that we must deal with. Mainly we need to deal with the fact that there are disturbances that might be linked to the cult. Remember that we were going against that weird cult? That were dealing with things, doing things in Neverwinter? Yeah, we got to deal with them. And we shall deal with them, hopefully. Ooh, bullets of smiting. Nice. Hopefully there's not going to be lots of really, really nasty things for us to fight. There probably will be, though. Hello, dear. How are you today? You are well, and there are lots of ruined buildings here. More ruined buildings than I thought there might be. There are, however, various containers here, which implies that there are people... there are people here. I will steal their stuff. I mean, use it for adventuring. Or Shaman will just start hitting the chest. Blast indeed.
My weapon will not serve here.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we're not gonna get that open, but... Oh no, we might.
Fair enough.
Go on, Crumpet. Break it open. 5 damage at a time. We will let them do that, because I'm not going to be able to do it. I could try, I suppose. I could activate power attack. Oh no, it's open! Hey, what is in this chest that is worth... nothing? Oh. Well, I hope there was nothing really valuable in there, because we're not going to get it. Ever. There are various people here, including Sleeping Man.
Fair enough.
Are we going to be able to open this one? Yes, this one can more conventionally be opened. Excellent. Excellent. So there appear to be no hostile monsters here at all. Not at all what I was expecting for a Neverwinter Wood. I was expecting far more peril. But it would seem like there will be no peril. I'll look around just in case there's any, No, it would just seem there is no peril. Huh. Or maybe the peril is further in the wood. That could actually be a thing. Well, we shall steal all of their stuff while we're here. There we go, 1 gem, and these barrels are probably locked. No, barrels rarely are locked, although I imagine one day I will encounter one. Just a barrel with a padlock on it. Defeat the whole purpose. So in here is the Druid Camp. Neverwinter Wood is either very small, or this isn't all of it. There's an archdruid. They're pretty good at being druids, pretty high level. There are a lot of druids here. Also a lot of things for me to loot. Now what is over there? Probably various quests. Here's a +1 club that they're apparently not going to mind me absolutely pinching right in front of them. This is good, because I want that +1 club. That was a trap chest. Is it locked, however? It is! Is it going to be locked for long? No. Success. Your potion is mine now, Archdruid. What will you do? And while we are here, all of this is also mine. This gem and this barrel that I can't reach. this chest that is locked. We'll go the long way round. We shall go the long way round.
Done and done.
Thank you for the 15 gold. We have 63,000 gold.
Fair enough.
Oh, so this is actually just Neverwinter Wood. Oh, exit to Neverwinter Wood. Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. So actually, this is the bit before Neverwinter Wood. So, Sharon, this way. Is the deer in your way?
Fair enough.
I think the deer is actually in your way. There. Open the thing. And while you're doing that, I'm going to open this barrel.
Done and done.
If the game will let me open it. There we go, a gem. That was all worth it. And we'll go round and this chest will inevitably be locked as well. It's not locked and I've probably already looted everything from it. Oh, that deer is still getting in the way. We'll explore this little area down here. And then we'll go talk to the druids. And the camera's really not liking all these trees being here. It's juddering all over the place. There appears to be no peril here at all. That's entirely unlike a wood when you're about mid-level. There's got to be at least something that tries to kill you. But no, nothing at all. Perfectly friendly. Perfectly fine. There is a massive drop into eternal darkness and doom, but hey! What forest doesn't have one of those? Most forests don't have one of those. They're pretty uncommon. So there are people we can talk to. Starting with these two. And Sleeping Man. Let us talk to Sleeping Man. He is asleep.
Fair enough.
He has a chest that we're going to unlock while he's asleep. If only Sleeping Man were not asleep, then he could stand there and watch us
Done and done.
take his stuff. We shall try once more. Nope, Sleeping Man is asleep. This older gentleman has the kind of ready-to-spring look of a wild animal.
Hello.
Hello there, good sir. How can old Jankin be of help to you? Tell me about yourself. I doubt you'd be very interested in me. Not too much to tell, but I guess I could share a bit. I'm a druid and have been a member of this grove for about 14 years now. I used to be the second in command around here. But I got tired of the responsibility, so I decided to focus on my fighting skills instead. I'm now a defender of the second circle of the grove. How does that work? Jaya, the very serious young woman over there, meets with druids who wish to either join or improve their standing in the circle of the druids. She organizes challenge fights between the druids seeking improvement and the defender of the appropriate circle. I like that I don't have to worry about the details anymore. I just have to fight. When I was younger, that used to mean full frontal assault. Now I have more wisdom and I fight like a wolf. Snap in and out, never leave myself open. Not that the animals in this wood are fighting with intelligence, but that's another subject entirely. Do you have other questions you'd like to ask? What's wrong with the animals? The animals have attacked people who step foot anywhere near the wood. I believe there's something wrong with the spirit. Some druids have been sent to investigate the matter, but they haven't returned yet. You should speak to Arwell if you want to help. I do indeed. The plot demands it. Arwell is the archdruid of the grove. He makes all the major decisions and usually has a more accurate information than the rest of us. Is there anything else I can help you with? Can I challenge you? Druids may challenge for admittance to the grove. Talk to Jer if you want more details about it. Anything else? Oh, I could join a druid grove! Nothing else, thank you. Take care, friend. May nature guide your path through life. Are you a difficult fight or a moderate fight?
Hello? What are you looking at? Ain't you seen a half-orc druid before?
Sorry, I didn't mean to stare.
Well, make sure you don't go do it again. Now, is there something you wanted, or are you just a gawker?
Who are you?
My name is Elgar, and I'm the first circle defender for the challengers. What else do you want to know?
What is this place?
This is the Neverwinter Wood Druid Grove. This is where we meet and learn about and protect nature. It's also where we go to challenge ourselves in physical contests. That's my favorite part.
What challenges are those?
I wish you'd ask someone else. I hate explaining stuff. Alright, if you're a druid and you want to join this grove, you have to prove your worth in combat. There are 4 circles of druids in this grove. Jaya decides when you're ready, then you fight against the 4th level defender. Work your way up through the circles until you reach me, then you lose. Ha! So can I challenge you? As I said, Jaya sets these things up. You want to fight? Talk to her. That's what I always say about opponents. Goodbye, good night, sweet dreams, and then they fall. Ha!
So I need to find this, person so that I can start setting up the various fights. There's Henna and Welker, and there's Jer. Smiling and humming a little tune to herself, this well-muscled woman has an air of quiet confidence. Hello.
Greetings to you.
Hello there. My name is Henna. May I guide you along nature's path today?
What do you mean?
Nature has paths that we walk every day. Some paths are more dangerous than others. Guiding you to the right path is my duty in life, just as others have guided me.
What kind of people have guided you in the past?
There have been many, including Arwell, the Archdruid, and Jer, Arwell's second in command. There may have been others as well, but that is hardly none of your concern.
Why are you so suddenly uptight? I was only trying to be polite.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have snapped like that. You just touched on a sore topic. I just don't like people prying into my past.
I understand, but sometimes it helps to share your pain.
Maybe you're right. You seem trustworthy. I have known you for 2 minutes. I was a spoilt child of a noble family. When I turned 12, I decided that my parents' rules were too strict, so I ran away from home. I knew nothing of the world nor its dangers. For food, I began to pawn some jewellery that I brought with me. The first people bought me more than I had expected, so, like a fool, I ran out and stayed at an expensive inn, eating and drinking like a queen. The next day I woke up to find everything was gone.
That's terrible. What did you do?
I was living on the street, eating scraps from inns and sleeping in an old shanty with some other homeless people, until Kend found me. Kend was a druid who saw me on the street. He felt sorry for such a young, pathetic-looking creature, so he convinced me to follow him, and he took me under his wing as his protégé. As I got older, I fell in love with him, as he for me. He taught me the ways of nature and how to choose the right path. We spent many years together. He died last year, and I buried him in the woods. I hope that someone helps save the spirit soon. I would like to visit his grave again.
What do you mean, the spirit?
The spirit of the wood is causing creatures to attack anyone in or near the forest. You should talk to Arwill if you're interested in helping.
Maybe you could answer some other questions now?
What questions would you like answered?
What do you do around here?
I'm a defender of a 3rd circle of the grove. Not surprising, considering your arm with a weapon. I also act as a counsellor for troubled minds.
What sort of counsellor?
Just as I needed guidance in the past, so too do others. I try to assist them in their difficulties.
I've asked you that question already. Goodbye.
Be careful. There are always dangers and the potential for tragedy on the paths you walk. And Welker. This young druid has an eager, excited look about him. It's Pavel! And Bim! And neither!
Pleased to see you.
Hello there, stranger! Welcome to the grove. My name is Welker, and who might you be?
My name is Sar'ken Smith. It is a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too, especially since this week has been going so well. Just recently I won a very important challenge.
What challenge was this?
I just became a defender of the 4th circle of the grove, and I'm about to lose it to you, aren't I?
What does this mean?
If a druid comes to the grove and wants to join, then he or she must talk Jer into setting up a challenge with the defender of the 4th circle. If the challenger wins, he or she is allowed to join the 4th circle. Jer has just recently promoted me to defender.
So how do I get this promotion?
It's a long story.
I wouldn't want to bore you with it. No, really, I like hearing people's stories.
Well, I guess I could. Okay, here goes. About a year ago, I came to this grove hoping that I could join the druids here. I talked to Arwell, he's the archdruid, and who told me to talk to Jer. Jer is the druid in charge of testing new recruits.
Okay, and what did she say?
Jer told me the test was to challenge another druid to combat. I thought I was ready, naturally, so I asked her to set it up. She told me she didn't think I was ready, but I wanted to impress her. I was teleported into the pit and we started to fight, and this other druid cast a spell that made my mind go hazy, and the next thing I knew I was laying on the ground here. I was humiliated, but Jer told me to get back up and improve myself.
So then what happened?
I trained for 11 months, watched others fight in the pit. I would question Jer about different styles that I saw. She was very knowledgeable. I learnt a lot, and finally I was ready. I challenged again, and this time I won. Now I am a defender of the fourth circle. JR said that I learned combat techniques very quickly. The best way for me to learn was to become a defender. I think JR is so wise.
Tell me more about her.
She is beautiful and bright. She has this commanding presence that just makes you want to jump up and make something of yourself. I think she's the best. If you work hard to improve yourself, she will always encourage you. That's really all I know about her. She commands the respect of the other druids around here, and she is second in command. It is her job to organise the challenges.
Oh, good luck in the future.
Thank you. Come back if you want to hear more. And finally, Jer. This elven woman presents a powerful, intimidating front that leaves no question of her authority. Hello.
There is nothing like living in dangerous times to test one's strength of heart. Do you agree, stranger?
Actually, I would rather live in a nice, peaceful age.
Bah! At what price comes with peace? Weakness. Life gets easy, people get fat and lazy, then someone with real strength comes along and takes everything. That's how nature works. Do you really think that everything can be solved by sitting around and hoping problems will just go away?
No. There is a time for fighting and a time for talking, but a wise person knows the difference.
Challenging the mind is part of growth. But do not forget, strong of body, strong of mind. They work together to form the perfect whole. Now what can I do for you today?
What do you do around here?
Right now, the latest fight facing us is with the spirit of the wood. It is driving the animals to attack everyone and everything in an insane fashion. There is no pleasure in slaughtering maddened animals. I suggest you go talk to Arwell about it. If you want to help, he's in charge of the investigation. I have enough to do around here.
What do you do around here?
I'm in charge of the Druid Circle challenges. When a Druid wants to become a member of our grove, he or she must challenge one of our members to gain entry.
Can I challenge one of the Druids?
An interested competitor. Perhaps today we will witness a duel worthy of nature's attention. The rules are simple. You will be teleported to a challenge pit. Once there, you will see your adversary. Who it is will depend on which circle you're fighting. There is a door to the pit. Once you open the door, the fight is over. If your opponent has fallen and the door is open, then you win. If, however, before you open the door before your opponent is finished, you will lose. This is not to the death. Whoever falls will be teleported back here and healed. Do you understand so far?
Yes.
We are all creatures of nature, and just as some of nature's children hunt alone, while others hunt in packs, we too have our individual preferences. Each of our defenders has an animal companion who fights at his or her side. You too will enter combat with an animal companion, and a human follower if you have one.
That's handy because I have a human follower and an animal companion.
Those are the only rules. Are you ready for the challenge? Yes. Your opponent is for the fourth and weakest circle of the grove is Welcar. Welcar is a druid relatively new to the grove, and he was successful in his first challenge, which he now must defend. Are you truly ready?
Yes.
Then let the battle begin! Excellent. Hello. It is Welcar and his dire badger. And it is I and my stone skin. He is challenging, apparently. And he has been already injured. I fear he may not be as good as he thought he was. We may have won here. Yep, he has indeed been bested. He is not actually dead. He looks like he's dead, but he's not dead. He also has loot! We'll have his quarterstaff. It's mine now. There's a door here apparently somewhere. There's the door! We won! To be fair, it wasn't that challenging. There's blood on that door! I think we can safely say we're a member of the circle now.
Well fought. I give you this ring to prove to all that you are a member of the fourth circle of druids. Go now and gain more experience. When you are ready, return and you may challenge for the next circle.
That's not a bad ring. Good luck. So, when we come back, folks, we may just try and challenge immediately for the next circle, because he wasn't that difficult. But the others might be. He might also be a bit angry that he's no longer a challenger of the fourth circle. So, I shall come back and fight more druids. Catch you then, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.
Druid fighting.
Not as good as pit fighting, but it's got druids and people can turn into bears, so actually that probably is better than pit fighting.
Druid pit fights are probably awesome.